There we can see just a little bit more of the, what I'm calling a moat that goes around it. And probably down here is where they would have dug out as well to build this spectacular mound called Silbury Hill. There's a lot of prehistoric ancient stuff in this area, and we're going to see a few more things today as it happens. Look how clear that is. That is spectacular. The old River Kennet. Who thought? Is it still clear this side? It's clear this side.
Wow.
You'd never have thought it.
This is the short walk up the hill towards West Kennet Long Barrow, the prehistoric site where I'm headed next.
This is called West Kennet Long Barrow. I've never heard of it. And I've driven on that road I don't know how many times. What have we got? Skulls have been found, so it's obviously an ancient burial site. Now, let's go and have a look on the inside. So here's the entrance. Narrow little way in. Pretty well built. I mean, it stood you for 3,500 years, 2,500 years, 5,500 years, whichever it is, but a very long time. Really dark in here. Don't know what you're going to be able to see. So there's a little tomb area, and we come across to the other side. We've got another little tomb area. I haven't got a torch, unfortunately. And on the left here there's another one where I cannot see a thing. There's a small one, maybe that was a child's burial area, and there's another one this side. And back here, the last space, a big space. Oh, it's got a light well up above, so we got a little bit of light creeping in. There's a sort of a more recent bricked up doorway, I'd say. What an amazing place, look at this. Gotta watch my head. And this is what you see from the top. And there's obviously a little trail here that we can walk along. And this is the whole Long Barrow. I wonder if there were more tombs along here and they've just built it and built it and built it. I am speculating because I like to do that sort of thing. Always like to keep a bit of the mystery. And just there, that we walked past earlier, is Silbury Hill, which surely had some connection to this. This whole area is a prehistoric playground. I am loving this. Prehistoric Britain at its best, this is. But you can see the full length of it. Don't know how well it comes out on camera. It just looks like a bump, but it is like a massive grave that you might see that's freshly dug, where it's mounded up on top. If you want to see more of this sort of thing and more sort of prehistory of Britain and tours of these ancient monuments, let me know and I'll try and dig out a few more to go and see. I'm not much of a historian, can't give you all the facts, but they're nice to visit and nice to look at. Because I know a lot of you in America and the other side of the world, you don't have this level of ancient history, thousands of years old like this. And look, there's prehistoric man sat guarding the mound. Imagination's kicking in. You can almost imagine back in prehistoric times, maybe down there in the dip or in these ditches and lower levels, groups of people, you know, in their straw and thatched huts or whatever they're living in, sort of busying themselves, gathering, making food and preparing things. There's a real connection to ancient Britain right here. And it hasn't changed, how would I know? But I imagine it hasn't changed much, except for the fact that these fields are farmed, obviously, and, you know, nicely kept. This is Avebury in Wiltshire, the largest stone circle anywhere in the world, 330 metres in diameter and 6,000 years old. We got some Druids! We're going to have to go and check out the Druids. Assuming that's what they are. They could be witches, wizards, warlocks, who knows, but one thing for sure, they will be here following the ley lines, the ancient ley lines of this country. Skull-shaped what though? Obviously aliens. Of course. That's what's left of them. What else could they be? Tiny little aliens were here. There's another one here. And if we look closely here, we can see where the ancient Druids would have been practicing their bouldering skills. Getting their fingers in there. Pre-climbing those peaks in the Pyrenees and Yosemite. This incredibly ancient monument here at Avebury, over 6,000 years old, lies on a ley line. Ley lines are invisible lines of energy running through the earth. And this one is on the St. Michael's ley line, which runs from down in Cornwall, at St. Michael's Mount where it starts. It runs through Glastonbury Tor, here through Avebury, and on east, up to East Anglia and the coastline. If you look on a map of the UK of ley lines, where ley line enthusiasts have marked these all out, they're all over the country and you can see grids everywhere. And there's a point in the centre where they all cross and meet. Now that must be so overflowing with energy. People must be bouncing around there.
One of the more unusual things about Avebury is that not only is it the world's largest stone circle, but that it has a village at the centre of it. That's how big it is.
Ooh, look at this character. Spot the difference? And we've got the henge shop. Nice and old.
This one's here.
And here we have a couple of Druids. Are you Druids? What are you? What are you dressed as? ¿Qué es esto?
¿Qué somos? Somos sacerdotisas de María Magdalena.
I can't speak any more Spanish than that.
Yo Spanish.
No.
Poquito.
Poquito. Muy
Okay.
poquito.
Okay.
Pequeño.
Okay.
Es muy bueno.
Okay.
Sí.
Gracias.
Sí. Hola. Well,
Okay.
bye for now. Hey, how about that? Breaking out a tiny bit of Spanish there for the... Well, probably not local, come to think of it. I keep saying it. Come to England. Come to Avebury. Visit the prehistoric sites. You never know what you're going to see. High priestesses. I was loath to call them witches, just in case. Might have got that wrong. This place is full of surprises.
This unusual round structure in Avebury Manor farmyard is a well-preserved dovecote. It would have been used to house pigeons that would later end up on the tables of the manor house.
This place is just overflowing with history. This is Avebury Manor. It's closed today, but it is really a spectacular building. Look at that.
This is inside St James's Church, next to the manor house, which has been a place of worship for over 1,500 years. St James's in Avebury was a departure point for pilgrims on their way to the port of Bristol for embarkation for Compostela, Rome and Jerusalem.
1636. Oh, that's old. 1636. Wow, that is old. In many ways, Avebury is a lot better to visit than Stonehenge. You can't get up to Stonehenge anymore, you can't get close to it. Here in Avebury, not only is it the biggest stone circle in the world, you can come up and you can touch them. Get a bit of energy off them. Walk around them. Admire the size of them, the scale of them. And the village just down there of Avebury is really nice. It's really spectacular. They've got amazing coffee and perfect thatched cottages, picture perfect village, the perfect church. Yeah, it's well worth it. Plenty of parking. In some ways it beats Stonehenge, let's put it that way. And you can come to the outer edges of the circle, to the furthest reaches, and you can visit some of these stones and have a bit of peace like this. You know, there's no one else here. Way better than I remember, and I've been here 2 or 3 times before, and it just gets better every time. This one's my height. Oh wow, it goes on even further than I thought. I would think this is probably the furthest reaches of them now, coming to the end. But I think it's worth making the effort to get down this far, to have the stones all to yourselves. Don't just go to Stonehenge, come to Avebury. Get in amongst them. Feel the energy from the ley lines. I'm loving those trees in the distance there like that. Probably oaks, aren't they? Ancient oaks maybe? Oh, yeah. This is quite possibly the last stone of the Avebury stones. Thank you very much. You were good. Look at these little drill holes everywhere. And bouldering holes. But yes, thank you, Avebury. You gave us an energetic hit. And now for the long walk back.
Avebury is a place where ancient history lives in the landscape. Older than Stonehenge, this massive stone circle wraps around a living village. Mysterious, majestic, and still full of secrets. It's a powerful reminder of our distant past.
So, on that note, I will say goodbye and see you next time, somewhere in the country, on the next adventure.